Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Get it!
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, whatever you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Let's go now.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Thompson Robinson now. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Free. Buffalo 18. Check.
Mostert will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. Touchdown. Cedric Tillman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line. Kill. Hey, 47.
Now Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
The Cowboys had 7 and 4 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Under. Hey, kill.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
You look at this Browns defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
They held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. That's a number you can really focus on, too, because the way offenses run in today's game, they're usually pretty smooth, and they give you a lot of misdirection, a lot of trickery. They were able to hold in there and stuff it.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Prescott on first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback.
Under pressure, they got him again. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Throwing on 2nd down, Thompson Robinson to the right side. That's where Tillman is. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Come on.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cooper will come in motion right.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19. 18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
1st and 10, Thompson Robinson to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you can move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You always worry about those small receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field, but he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
7 Pirates.
Thompson Robinson here from the gun. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devon Clark. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Thompson Robinson's pass. Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll go 53. He'll go 46.
To throw is Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Hey, kill. He'll go 47. He'll go.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 30 yards. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Micah Parsons make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Throwing, Thompson Robinson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in. A misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Prescott from the gun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. On the run as it brings up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin.
The Browns take over 1st down 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. Throw left side, he's got Tillman.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
70.
Open man, that's Tillman. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Thompson Robinson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This is a half, but not just the coverage. but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Mozzie Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 2nd down, Prescott again.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Now a 2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson now.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get him the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Thompson Robinson will look to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing. Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's good for a Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 30.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition. Take the lead now. We'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. On third down, it's Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. 3rd down and 6.
Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45.
Play action, now Thompson Robinson.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as his safety blitz winds up paying off. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Thompson Robinson now. That's to a man who had some good years in a Cowboy uniform, Amari Cooper.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Let's go now.
A third quarter now, and a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. That is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Luke Schoonmaker, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra point. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Prescott off play action. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just
46.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Thompson Robinson again on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Thompson Robinson off of play action. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Check Bobcat, Cougar 19.
To throw his DTR. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Throwing on 2nd down, Thompson Robinson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Hey, check that, streak.
Throwing, Thompson Robinson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. 20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chauncey Golston collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
A DTR going to throw it here.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
York able to send this one through,
and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Kill.
Prescott on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Lamb in motion left.
46.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Let's go now.
This is 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Thompson Robinson.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
25. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. Here's Thompson Robinson.
Going for the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical, you feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Gets past one man. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Kill. We'll go 47.
Here's Prescott.
And his throw here's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's Dak. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker.
Missed.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 2nd down. Thompson Robinson.
And that is taken in by Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott.
Tosses the out route here to Gallup.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's caught once again by Gallup.
On the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott yet again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Pollard again.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, this was a clinic in how to throw the football. Somehow, he wound up with only 2 touchdown passes despite throwing for over 400 yards. But his impact, it loomed large in this one.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.